If you are tuning into Sex Trades with Jackelynne Ouvall Traydes, please make sure you are over 18. This content is not suitable for children or safe for work. If you have a child or someone under 18 in the room, this is your warning. Don't blame me if they hear this. Smooches. Hi everyone, welcome to Sex Trades with me, Jackelynne Ouvall Traydes, your most gracious and curvaceous host. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode. I hope you're following everyone linked below on the description on social media and on our YouTube and Spotify, Anchor, all those accounts to make sure that you're tuned into every single show that we put out. Speaking of putting out, let's get into the episode. Today's episode is going to be all about eating out, and I'm not talking about going to a restaurant to dine out on a fancy meal. I love eating out. I love eating out a butthole. It is so much fun, obviously, if it's clean. I just, like I said in the last episode, I think it was, that I love using my mouth, and that is one of the things that I'm very, very, very good at, and I'm fortunate to be good at that because everyone that I've been with also loves the fact that I use my mouth for the most part, not when I'm talking too much, which I tend to do a lot if you haven't noticed. It's because I'm such an overthinker and I'm an over-explainer. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, eating out. I have never eaten out of a vagina, but eating out a butthole I've done many times. So I would say the best approach is from what I've heard from anyone, biting is never okay. A little bit of nibbling doesn't hurt, but biting is never okay. Obviously, everything with sex is learned in from what you've done in the past with other people, but you got to make sure that everything you're doing with that person that you're with currently is comfortable. And if you try something without telling them and they're uncomfortable with it, you have to make sure that they're comfortable enough to make sure they tell you that they're not comfortable or that they're not enjoying themselves. I have heard many stories of my friends being with people that they do things to them that they did not like, but they didn't speak out because they didn't feel comfortable enough, and that's not okay. We have to make sure that the people that we're being sexually active with are comfortable enough with us to tell us what we're doing is not okay, or if they're not enjoying something, because that's just, what's the point of having an intimate and sex or whatever, any of that kind of stuff, if you're not both enjoying it. I can't get into that mindset of doing things to someone when they're not enjoying it. I know there are fetishes of different fantasies and stuff that people have, and that's all fine, but that's consensual. So anyway, getting back to eating out, I love to just kind of go ham on an asshole. I use my tongue a lot, obviously, and my lips. My teeth very, very, very little. Very careful with my teeth if I'm, even using it at all, which is very rare. But I do love eating out an asshole. I like to around the hole and then kind of put it in a little bit, and then use my fingers a little bit to also stimulate the butt hole. What you gotta make sure, basically, with kissing or anything that whenever you're using your mouth, you're not a snake, so don't be doing this. You gotta have some rhythm to it. You gotta make sure that you're it's like when you're dancing, you can't just be just doing the one move over and over again. You gotta make sure that your body is all moving and you have some kind of a rhythm to following to the music or whatever. So just imagine there's a song maybe playing in your head and you're moving your tongue to the rhythm of that, you're moving your lips to the rhythm of that, and it can be really, really, really amazing. I do like getting eaten out as well, but I prefer eating out more than I like getting eaten out, and most of the guys I've been with are the same way, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, and for all the hetero, cisgendered males out there, if you think that it is gay to get your ass eaten by your girlfriend or wife, you should not think that, because you are missing out on so much pleasure. If you think that it's gay to get a finger or someone's mouth on there, but you're with that person who's also a hetero, then that doesn't make any sense to me. You got to make sure that you are allowing yourself to enjoy all aspects of sex and enjoyment, And what's the harm in trying it? If you're with a person that you are with, why wouldn't you want to try it? It's not like you are, I don't know. I feel like there's such a stigma against that, where hetero cis men feel like it's not okay for them to enjoy getting things done to their buttholes, and then a lot of women are like, oh, I would never, a lot of hetero cisgender women, are always like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that or whatever. As long as it's clean and as long as you're comfortable with that person, and obviously it's fine that if you really, really just don't want to do it for whatever reason, obviously that's fine, but it shouldn't be because you think it's quote-unquote gay, because it's not. If you're getting it done by someone who's also hetero, you know? And also, like, who cares? Just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy sex, enjoy the person you're with, because I don't know why you'd want to stop yourself from enjoying something so fully, where, trust me, if it were to happen, you would probably feel really, 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 really good, and that doesn't mean that you're gay. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that you like to get your G-spot penetrated because you have a G-spot in there. So anyway, that's my spiel for that for the day. Let's move on to today's question. Talk of shame. Today's question comes from Tiffanii, with 2 eyes and hearts on the dotted as the eyes. That's really cute. Tiffanii says, I want to swallow, but I hate the texture. What do I do? That is a dilemma, Tiffanii. What I would suggest is that if you want to swallow, then just do it. You'll be fine. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You might gag a little bit, but then it's over. Drink some water right after. But if you're saying you want to swallow because the person you're with wants you to swallow and you are not comfortable with swallowing, then you don't have to swallow, because that is your mouth and it's your decision, it's your body. I love swallowing, so I always usually do if it's in my mouth. But don't feel like you have to because of the person you're with. But if you really want to, you just have to get used to it. From the very, very, very first time I did anything with a guy I swallowed, it just felt natural to me, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you have to feel good with the person you're with, and if you feel good with that, then just do it. But if you don't like it and you are just saying you want to swallow because of other people or because of the person you're with, then don't do it because of that. Just try doing it every single time, and if you can't, then maybe it's just not meant for you. I don't know. It's one of those things that you just have to kind of get used to. I've heard a lot of people that used to hate the texture, and they still don't love the texture, but they're fine with swallowing it. I know a lot of people that will just not swallow at all. I know a lot of people that will swallow at the very beginning to make the person feel good, and then when they're more serious, they'll just be like, I actually don't like it. I was just doing it to make you feel good or whatever. And all of that is fine and fair. It just depends on what you want and what you're comfortable with. But if you really, really do want to do it, then just try your best and make it happen. And if you can't, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to do it. So yeah, I think I hope I answered your question, and I hope that you are enjoying yourself sexually with whatever you're doing. Let's see what Jackelynne has to say about this. Hello? Wait? Is that even a question? Yeah, of course I swallow. Yeah. But I don't care about that. Whatever, it doesn't care what the smelling or taste like. I just like swallow because I love swallowing, and I love it anywhere on me pretty much, or in me. It's probably bad, but I was like, it's fine. It's just come, who cares? Okay, bye. I thought she was gonna say something like that. Oh, Jackie. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. please continue watching. This was the second last episode, so please subscribe and follow all of the accounts listed in the description below to make sure you don't miss out on anything that we come up with. We might be doing a special or two coming up very, very soon as well. So please keep your eye out for that. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and supporting MNP. We really do appreciate it. I appreciate it so much from the bottom of my heart. So thank you. I'll catch you in the next one. Smooches.
Jackelynne's views, opinions, and advice are all hers, and for lighthearted fun. Please do not take anything she says too seriously. They also do not reflect the opinions and views of MNP. Thank you.